Good evening, everyone. In this class, we are going to see the school books. So, next 1 week, we are going to see the school books only. If you are having any doubt, you may ask. Okay. So, let us see this one. So, this is your fifth standard. So, now try to understand. Let me tell you why I am teaching you this fifth standard max also. So, just focus with the max alone. Okay. See the content first. To know about the geometry. Okay, to know about the geometry, these basics are more than sufficient. Okay, whatever up to the 10th standard, that more than sufficient. So 2D is here, 3D is also there, angles also there. This is not required. Number beyond this is not required. Place value, this is important. Already those who learned the number system, they can able to know the importance of the place value concept and phase value concept. That two things I will teach you later also. Comparison, here it is not required because not required. So ascending and descending, so in the fifth standard they are providing you the just very basics. So numbers and operations also I will teach you. Patterns you are getting in your okay reasoning part. This book not required. This is very important. So guys, take this one. This is very important. This measurements plays a very vital role because if you go through the recent years UPSC questions, you know that this conversion part plays a very vital role. 2021, 2022. So you can able to see this kind of conversion plays a very vital role. So therefore, this plays a vital role here. Then your subtraction, multiplication, division. Yes, you know the very basics means completely fine. Then you know about that concept called as board mass, right? This board mass, or else nowadays there are some books using bit marks. So here they are using indices. Okay, here off, fine. Next, this is not required. So this railway time conversion, this are not required. Okay, so this using addition and subtraction finding the time, that is also very basic level. This is not required. This is not at all required. Okay, anyhow you know that bar graph and histogram etc. These and all we will see in the 8th standard or 9th standard. 8th standard we will see that histogram etc. Or else in the NCRT we will cover these things. Okay, so here therefore geometry I will tell you what are the things you need to know about a very basic thing. So 2D. So 2D means you know only it has a length and a breadth. So 2D means only it has a length and a breadth. So examples they are provided here as these things not required. Okay, so 3D, just you need to know about what is 3D and 2D and what is the difference between. 3D means the object contains the length, width and height, right? So this is nothing but the 3D shapes. Here they have provided you a cube. Yes, this will help you while solving your cube reasoning part. Okay, reasoning part when we are solving this, it will help us. So this is nothing but the opening of that cube. Okay, so this is a 2D structure and then this one is the 3D structure. Here during the cube also I will mention these things. 3D shape, it has 6 faces. So let me tell you what are the faces here. So this is nothing but the cube. So this is nothing but the cube means this is the front side and back side will be there, this side will be there, this side will be there, and top and bottom will be there. So therefore 6 faces will be there for a cube. And what do you mean by the sides? Here in a cube all the sides are equal, and this is a very important, it has 8 vertices and 12 edges. Okay, so let me tell you what do you mean by the vertices and the edges. Okay, now try to understand whatever this point. So these points you can call that as a vertices. So above you are containing 4 and in the bottom you are containing 4. So the 8 vertices are there. Then what do you mean by edges? Now try to understand. Edges here is nothing but that line joining any 2 points here. Line joining 2 points. So here front side 2, back side 2. So therefore 4. Top you are having 4. Bottom you are having 4. So therefore 12 edges will be there in your cube. So this is very important during the reasoning. Surely I will teach you these things. With this you are having a problem. 8 vertices and 12 edges. Shortcuts also there. How to find out for a perfect cube, non-perfect cube. Okay, so this is very important. Now, what is the difference between the cube and the cuboid? So this also you need to know here. In a cuboid, what happens here is this point is the difference here. The opposite faces are equal here. Opposite faces are equal. Okay, so this is the difference and nothing else difference here. It has 8 vertices and 12 edges, same here. Here opposite sides are equal. Then, so here itself you can learn the mensuration also. If you are coming across the topic called as mensuration, you are coming across terminologies like a cylinder. You need to know about volume and area of this cylinder, etc. Before that, you need to know about what do you mean by a cylinder. A cylinder, this diagram alone you go through, not this and all, not required. Okay, this water also you can take it as an example. Here, this is the main example you need to know here. It's a 3D shape. Then 2 bases they are there in the bottom and upper surfaces, and the center part is nothing but the curved surface. So that is why you are finding out the total surface area and the curved surface area. Okay, while you are solving the mensuration problems. For your competitive exams, they will not ask you curved surface area or else total surface area, these things. So they may ask you, nowadays they may ask you a conversion part with respect to the UPSC. So with respect to other competitive exams like RRB and whatever be the examination, RBI, whatever be the examination, surely you will get a questions based on the mensuration also. So therefore have some good idea about these things. At least one question you may get even with the conversion part. So now sphere, just have a idea about sphere. Sphere is nothing but the 3D shape. It has only one surface. That is more than sufficient. Okay, and an important point here is all the points on the surface are at the same distance from the center, same distance. So which means that wherever you marks from the center point, you will get the same radius only. Will get the same radius. So which ultimately moves to wherever you are marking here, that's diameter, right? Here this is the diameter. Line joining of any 2 points on that circle becomes the diameter. Then from the center to that point becomes a radius, or else in another word you can say that radius is nothing but the half of the diameter. So this is you need to know. Okay, so then if you are learning this kind of things in the 5th standard book, surely we will skip that in the 6th 7th book. Okay, any advanced thing is there means I will teach you there, or else we will skip. Then cone, you need to know about this alone, this diagram alone you need to know here. So in a cone, okay, you are having this base radius, and here you are having that height. So this part is called as the slant height. Remember, I will not teach you a full mensuration while I am covering the foundation. That is why I am teaching you this here. Okay, please remember these things. Whatever required for your examination, that part alone I will cover with respect to the mensuration. It's a very huge mensuration. Okay, 2D 3D formulas, quite difficult for you to remember these things, so therefore avoid those things. Okay, then this paper folding and all we will do, okay, later, not required here. That is rotation. These are not required. Only one thing you need to learn here is the conversion part. Okay, even geometry also, that angles also not required here that much elaboratively in this kind of books. Yes, this year. You need to know about what do you mean by the angle. That's it. So angle formed by meeting a two rays. Rays means, listen carefully, if you having this headed arrow mark, then you can call that as a rays. So without that headed arrow mark, you can call this as a two line segment. So these are the difference between these two. Then this is nothing but the intersection. So now next thing, this and all, this story and all you do not have to read here. Okay, this in your sequence and series we do have a problem based on the staircase. Okay, in a sequence and series. Okay, those things we'll cover during the sequence and series. Okay, the very important part you need to know about what do you mean by this is a very important one. Acute angle, obtuse angle. So this is very important. So acute angle means greater than 0, then lesser than 90 degree, greater than 0, lesser than 90 degree. This you can call that as a acute angle. What do you mean by the obtuse angle? Obtuse angle becomes greater than 0, lesser than 180. So this is important, very very important. You learned in your school days. This also you need to. So right angle means exactly 90 degree. 180 means it's a flat surface, straight line. So this is nothing but the 180 degree from this two and this one. So this is 180 degree. These four important. You need to know about what you mean by the acute and obtuse, right angle, straight angle. Okay, so this is fine. Next, so these and all not required here. This protector and all not required. Some examples are there here based on the protector. This and all not required. So here in this number system, this concept also not required. So it is like a school level, very very 5th standard level. This is not required. So place value. Okay, so let me tell you what do you mean by the place value and the face value. So you need to know about this too. Suppose let us take a 2, 3, 6. Face value means whatever be the 6, face value is 6 only. Whatever be the 3, the face value of this position is 3. So what is the face value of 3 means 3 only. Face value of 2 means 2 only. But the place value differs. So let me tell you, because 6 in the unit position, 6 in the unit position, or else 1's position, 3 in the 10th position, 2 in the 100th position. So this is nothing but the place value concept. So 236, right? I am pronouncing it as a 236. Now try to understand here. Where whatever be present in that one's place, that has to be multiplied with the 10 power 0. Whatever be present in the 3's place, I mean 10th place, that has to be multiplied with the 10 power 1. Whatever be present in the 100th place, that has to be multiplied with the 2, 10 power 2. So this concept you can call it as a place value concept. So 6 into 1, because anything power 0, please if anybody wants means you can take anything power 0 becomes 1. So therefore 1 into 6 is nothing but 6. 3 into 10 power 1 is nothing but 10, here 30. Then 2 into 10 square is nothing but 100. You can call that as a 200. If you're adding this one, you will get a 236. So this concept you can call as a place value concept. Okay. Now next here. So anybody wants me to zoom the screen, or is it fine? Or little bit zoom required?
Yes, sir. Little bit zoom. Fine, sir.
Okay, ma.
Okay, sir.
No, okay. Very good. So you guys, if you say, no, I can able to do. So yes, see here. This is what I mentioned, place value concept. 7, 3, 4, 1. What happens here? They're multiplying 1 with 10 power 0. 4 with 10 power 1. So that is why it becomes a 40. 3 with 10 square. So 100 into 3 becomes 300. 7 into 10 cube. 10 cube is nothing but the 1000. 1000 into 7 becomes. Okay. So this is called as a place value concept. Okay. There. Next here. These are not required here. These are not required. Just one example if you're having means that is sufficient. Next is important. Is ascending, descending and all, you know, right? Guys, ascending, descending, you know, right? Increasing, decreasing. Okay, so let me tell you. So increasing means increasing. Ascending order means smaller to the larger. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So this is nothing but the ascending. Descending means 4 3 2 1. So this is nothing but the decreasing. So this is nothing but the increasing. So this is ascending order and descending order. So next, what you need to know here is simple mathematics. You need to know, guys. I will tell you the simple mathematics. If you're having any problem with the addition, subtraction, means you guys okay. So simple thing: 2 4 2 4 2 4 2 4. Okay, you know, when a two numbers containing the same sign, you need to add up the two number. You need to add up the two number. You need to always put a larger number sign in the resultant. The larger number here is 4. Here the resultant 6. You need to put up that one. When two number contain same thing, you need to add up that one. You need to put the larger number sign. So here the larger number is minus 2. So therefore minus here. So therefore, or else do one thing. Skip that sign. Check the larger number 4. So you have to put that sign. So in that format also you can take. When it contains a opposite sign, what you need to do here is you need to subtract that numbers. 2 and 4 you need to subtract. So therefore 2 here. Put the greater number sign. So minus. That's it. 4 and 2 subtract. Put the greater number sign. That's it. So these are the things that you need to learn. Very fundamental things you need to learn, because that will help you during the Board mass concept, etc. Okay. Next, when I'm saying something, you guys take it in the note. These are all not required. Just learn. I will mention something that you must take it in your notes. These are all not required here. Yes, guys, we have seen this division algorithm. Those who learned number system, they can able to know what do you mean by the division algorithm. Why I mentioned during that, and also I taught you this division algorithm. So division algorithm is nothing but a simple. This 5 3 6 7 5, that is nothing but the dividend. This is nothing but the divisor. Whatever be present in the top, that is nothing but the quotient. This is nothing but the remainder. The division algorithm state that dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So this is the very important one. It is in the 5th standard itself. Okay. Next year. So division of 4-digit number by 2-digit, this is all not required. Division, normal division only. These and all you guys know. Next, this pattern and all not required. During that reasoning part, you know, right? This kind of pattern, rotating this one. They are doing this rotation. So these and all, they are present in the 5th standard. That the reasoning part, logical reasoning part, present here. That identifying the pattern here. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square. So this is a pattern not required here from this book. Advanced levels only you need to require. You need to know about these things from that books. Okay, not here. Yes, this is the very important one you need to know here. This we have done during the number system discussion for some batch, like a batch 1, etc. Because this 1 plus 2 becomes a 3. So this you can call it as a summation 2. This is nothing but summation 1. This is nothing but the summation 3. Because what do you mean by summation plus? Summation 3 means 1 plus 2 plus 3. 6. Summation 4 means you have to add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So this is nothing but the summation. This we have done during one problem. Okay. During the number system, we have done that one. Next, pattern and all not required. So this is the, listen, consecutive square numbers and odd numbers. Or else let me teach you Pascal triangle during 11th standard book discussion. I will teach you the Pascal triangle. Yes. See, those who are listening now, please take this note. Take it in your notes. Just conversion part alone you need to take care. This is important. This measurement, very important. Just simple conversion gives you some kind of complications when you are converting. Okay, this centimeter to meter, this kind of conversion. Yes, this page number, mark it. This you please mark it in your notes, guys. 2021 2022 simple conversion question was there. Okay, liter, ml, millimeter, like that. 10 millimeter. So listen, in your scale, write this one 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, like that. So 10 millimeter is equal to 1 centimeter. Actually we do have this 0 to 1. In between we have 10 millimeters. So therefore this 10 mm is equal to 1 centimeter. So that is why they are providing here. 10 centimeter is equal to 1 decimeter. Guys, take this kind of notes. Page number also I will mention. You guys read it, these things, very important. 1 decimeter is equal to 1 meter. Sorry, 10 decimeter is equal to 1 meter. 10 meter is equal to 1 decameter. So this kind of things, guys, you note. This is important. Let me show you the page number here. Guys, page number 63. Mark this. This is your notes. Page number 63. Okay. 5th standard book. Term 1. So this is your note. Take conversions. Conversion plays a very vital role. This is a basic conversion. Okay. See, I will not teach you these things during the mensuration. That is why I am mentioning here. See, this diagram plays a very vital role. Those who are doing a diagram, please take this conversion. Also, you can mark this in your notes. How to do these things. See, in this step, you need to divide. Here, you need to multiply. In a simple manner, they are providing you this diagram. So, please take this one. And 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. This one. Okay. So like this, you guys mark it. So page number 64. Page number 64. This diagram easily you can able to remember. Okay. Yes. This is only you need to know here. Nothing else required. And this conversion plot, guys, take 1 centimeter is equal to 10 mm. These and all you know if you are writing this one. 1 meter is equal to 1000 mm. 1000 mm. Please take this one. Because if you remember this diagram easily you can able to do. 1 mm is equal to, check this one. 1 mm is equal to, 1 meter is equal to how many mm? 1000 mm. Please mark, go through the 2021 question paper, then you can able to know why I am stressing this point. Then these and all you just practice. Okay, not required. These are all you practice. And 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. 1000 meter is equal to 1 kilometer. Okay, so guys, this very important. and check this kind of steps also, simple things. 5th standard book itself contain these things. You need to learn a lot here. Yes, sufficient. So this book you just practice the conversion part, etc. and check these things also, meter and centimeter if they are giving means how to convert the remaining thing. So this also you try to learn. 5th standard book. Okay, that's it. So with this 5th standard term 1, nothing else required. Time, this is not at all required here. They are showing this kind of diagram for school children, 5th standard children, and making them to solve this. Not required. If you required means, if required means you guys go through this one, because actually we are using 12 hours clock generally. So therefore these things if you require you can go through this 24 hours clocks, etc. you can go through. That is not required here. For a school children they are doing this. Okay, not required. So let me complete this 5th standard term 1. So in your term 2, actually this is a Tamil. Okay, but don't worry, let me check with this one. This is not required here. Here in the term 3, what you need to do here is just check the content, same content. When you are getting this kind of same content, go through the measurements alone and take the conversion part. So in the upcoming classes they are giving you how to find out the liter to the milliliter, etc. So this is only you need to go through here in this book, nothing else required here. So let me check this one, 28 page number. Measurement plays a very vital role, nothing else required here in this book. Algebra not required. Algebra I will teach you from the 9th standard book. Okay, here it is not required. Conversion part you guys go through. Okay, nothing else required here. Next we will move on to the 6th standard book. 6th standard book also contains the same topics. Okay, check here, gradually go through this topic here. Check here, giving you ratio, proportion, unitary method, whole numbers, properties of a whole numbers, then pattern not required here. Okay, geometry, have a good idea about the geometry. Okay, basic idea about what do you mean with angle, point, lines, these things you need to go through here. This chapter not required. Bar graph, pictorial graph, just go through that one, that's it. So ratio and proportion plays a very vital role. You can know the very basic definition of this ratio here. So then what do you mean by the terminologies also you need to know, successor and predecessor. So successor means you need to add up 1, predecessor means you need to subtract 1. Okay, then so we'll complete some book up to 8th standard today. Okay, cooperate. Then place value concept also we are done, not required here. So I already explained there. So you just focus with the Indian method, not required international conversion, etc. So these are all not required. 100 and billion, these are all not required. I already seen these books. Okay, so whatever that important things I'll mention here, you guys mark that important things here, not required. These are all not required. Yes, this one you guys must. This one. Some cases, if you are attending the RRB and SSC, in that kind of examination, you will get a questions of this pattern. Brackets. These are some. Let me say these are a board mass also here. Indices we will do. Okay, power to the power. This and all a into a becomes a square. A to the power b. to the whole power c means a to the power bc. These things and all we will see in the upcoming. So that are related to the indices. Here you just know this kind of pattern. You can mark in your notes also. Bit marks means bracket, indices, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. So in this sequence only you need to solve a particular problem. Rule, the rule of order of operations. So here off. Okay, so that is the difference between these two. So let's see some problem here. So check this problem here. Simply they will give you 24 plus 2 into 8 divisible by 2 minus 1. What is the first step? So bit mass or board mass. So bracket is there or no? I is not there. Division is there. In this sequence, the division plays a very vital role. So therefore, you have to start here with this one. 8 divisible by 2 becomes 4 here. Then, after that division completed, what happens here? Next multiplication here. Then you have to multiply. 2 into 4 becomes 8 here. After multiplication operation, now what else present here? Addition present here. So you need to add up that one. 24 plus 8 becomes 32. 32. Then subtraction here. 32 minus 1 becomes 31. So these are the format you need to solve. Okay, related to the board mass. Some cases they will give you a bracket also. I will show you that question here. You guys see that question also here. See here. Simplify. They're giving you. So the first thing is you need to solve the bracket first of all. So keep your 20 at last. Till the last you need to keep that 20 here. Check here. All the 20 will be here. Because you need to keep that. You need to solve the bracket first. So in this bracket you need to follow this bit mass or board mass. So you are solving the bracket here. So after this bracket you need to solve that. First of all solve the bracket. Here is another bracket is there. Like this you need to solve here. Here another bracket is there. That is why they are doing here as a 10 divisible by 5 becomes 2. 6 into 3 becomes 8. Still the bracket only plays a very vital role. So 18 minus 2 becomes 16. So after this also you need to solve the bracket only. So in this bracket you need to apply this board mass. So division is not there. So then therefore multiplication. 8 into 2 16. Again 16. 16 plus 16. Since follow this step only. Board mass. Again bracket is there. 16 plus 16 becomes 32. Then you can add up this. So very important model. You can take this one as your example for using the board mass. Simple example sufficient. Guys, understanding this one related to that board mass, how to use. Fine. Next here. Nothing else required here. This estimation and all not required. This is not required here. Yes, whole number. So this concept you understand here. This 1 2 3 starting here is nothing but the natural number. If you are taking 0 along with that, that becomes a whole number. That's it. More than enough. Anyhow, I'll teach you number system elaboratively. Here properties are not required here. Associated these things all for your school students not required here. You have to move on with the mensuration part. So that is the measurement part. Algebra I will teach you elaborately in the 9th standard book. Here not required. Conversion part if comes means you guys follow that one. So this pattern and all we are doing multiplication. Yes, this kind of things. So this is not required here. Ratio and proportion. Yes, you need to know about the very basics related to the ratio and proportion. See, you may feel like, so these and all I can able to learn. Yes, you can learn. Few are there with the in the need of these basics. So that is why I'm teaching you. Instead of taking ratio and proportion directly, I'm teaching you these things. So you know the difference. You know what do you mean by the ratio and what do you mean by the proportion. That is more than sufficient. Yes, this table alone you note. That's it. A ratio is a comparison of two quantities with the same unit. This is very, very important. During the class also, batch 1 and batch 2 related to the ratio and proportion, I mentioned that one. So this is a batch 3. We are doing the foundation here. Same unit, that is very important. 10 kilometer means you need to, if any other unit present in terms of a meter means convert either this kilometer in terms of a meter or this meter. Okay. So like this, after converting in terms of a same unit, then only you need to consider that as a ratio. Also, when you are doing that ratio, you should not take units. For example, 2 by 4 means you need to take it as a 2 by 4 only. You should not write like a 2 kilometer by 4 kilometer because the unit and getting cancelled. So please understand that one. Next year, if any question present in the terms of a ratio A is to B, you need to read it as a is to B. Then this 1 by 2 can be written as 1 is to 2. So that is why they are presenting a simple examples. Next thing is proportion. You need to know about the very basics. So what do you mean by the proportion means? It is related to the two ratios. So that is nothing but the proportion. Before that, see an example here. Let me tell you. 4 kilometer here, 400 meter here. What they are doing? First they are converting this meter into, right, 4 kilometer into a meter. So the 4 they are converting that one. So 4 into 1000 meter. So 4000 meter. So then here 400 meter. Then only they are finding out the ratio. So first and foremost thing you need to check with the conversion part. Okay. So next here is these are not required. If proportion is there means fine. So this equivalent and all not required. Okay. One simple thing we will see here. Yes, this is nothing but the proportionality. Yes. Two ratios said to be are in proportional. This can be written as A by B, which is equal to C by D. Then cross multiplying, you will get a AD is equal to CB or BC. This 2 points you can call as a stream. This point you can call that as a mean. Okay. In your 8th standard book or 7th standard book, they are clearly mentioning about this thing. Mean and yes, here also they are mentioning. A and D are the extremes. B and C are the mean. Okay. Understand the terminologies. Next year. Unitary method is simple. Conversion only. Conversion is nothing but the unitary method. Cost of a dozen is nothing but 180 means dozen is nothing but the 12. Then finding for the 1. Then easily you can able to find for the 5 balls. That's it. So this part you can call as a unitary method. Okay. Next. Not required. Conversion part alone you need to do. Geometry. Guys, I have a good idea about this geometry. I am not teaching here, but I have a good idea about geometry. If I am teaching these things means it will take a time. This construction and all. Geometry I will give you some idea. During that foundation I will take a geometry separately. Not required here. This is a school book. Angles also you can do. Just now I explained about angle. 4 angles first of all you need to remember. Acute angle, obtuse angle, Okay, 90°. This protector and all not required here. Mensuration part must. Statistics not required. You focus on the mensuration part alone. Because why I'm stressing on the mensuration means, but guys, go through this kind of have an idea about data interpretation. So when you are doing data interpretation, this kind of bar chart, horizontal bar chart, vertical bar chart, the unit plays a very vital role. Go through that units also. That's it. Here in this book, completely okay. In the volume, information process, nothing required here. So therefore, we have done this one. Ratio and proportion, these kind of things, completely okay. Next here. So this is the volume 2 related to the 6th standard book. We'll give you all the PDF in your. See the content first of all. How they are gradually introducing. So that is important. Very, very important. Terminologies are there. Very important definitions are here. Prime number, composite number present in your 6th standard. Factorization present in the 6th standard. Common multiples, which means LCM. Common factor, HCF. Application of HCF and LCM. Relation between these things. Measurement plays a very vital role. Here first three topics plays a very vital role, because here they are giving you that profit and loss also here. Okay. So triangle not required here. Okay. For your UPSC it is not required. Odd number means multiple of, not a multiple of 2, that is nothing but the odd number. Multiple of 2 is nothing but the even number. Then factor plays a very vital role. Listen very carefully. This is the simple definition of a factor. A factor is a number that divides the given number exactly, which means the remainder is 0. What are the factors for 4? Means 1, 2, 4. Listen very carefully. Every number has a 2 factors. That is 1 and a number itself. Every number. For example, let us take a 2. Let us take a 3. So it has a factor that it is divisible by 1 as well as it is divisible by 3. So therefore every number has a 2 factors. So this is the very important one. If it has only 2 factors, then you can call that as a prime number. If it has more than 2 factors, for example here 4, then it is nothing but the composite number. So this is the main difference between the prime number and a composite number. Okay, let us do this one. Okay, see your prime number concept and definition they are giving you here. Check here. A natural number greater than 1 having only 2 factors, a number itself is called as a prime number. And one more thing you need to note, that 1 is neither a prime number nor a composite number. You should not consider this one. So here let us take a 7. 7 has a 2 factors, 1 and itself 7. Right? Namely 1 and the number itself, that is nothing but the prime. Sorry. So next is nothing but the composite number. Composite number I mentioned already. It has more than 2 factors. Then you can call that as a composite number. This is important. Many, at least some of the giving a word called as a perfect number. Read this one, very important. Take this in your notes after that PDF. Okay, please take the PDF number 6th standard term 2 page number 5. 6th standard term 2 page number 5. There you need to know about perfect number definition. At least you need to know a number is a perfect number if sum of its factors other than the given number gives you same. That is nothing but the perfect number. Example also provided here. For example, 6 is here. Okay. Perfect number. Why? Because adding the factors 6, factor of 6 other than 6. So other than 6, please important. That is important. So factors of 6 becomes a 1, 2, 3, 6. Apart from this number, if you are adding all the numbers, you will get a given number. So then you can call that as a perfect number. Guys, understanding this perfect number, very, very important. Okay. So next thing. So next 10 minutes only I will take a class. Don't worry. By completing the 6th only we will complete. Okay. I do not want to take much time. Twin prime. We have seen a twin prime concept also. So what do you mean by the twin prime? Means the difference between your prime numbers is nothing but the 2. Then you can call that as a twin prime. For example, 5, 7. Okay. Then 17 and 19. So lot of things are there. Now try to take this note also. So you guys are coming across a question called as triplet. In your UPSC you are getting a question called as triplet. If 3 successive prime numbers differs by 2, then a prime number form a prime triplet. So very, very important. You will get a question like how many such a prime triplet will be there. Option none. So none of this. So what would be the answer? The only prime triplet is 3, 5, 7. Very important, very important, very important. Answer here is 1. Very important note. Guys, understand and take this note. Next here. The rule for test of divisibility. So divisibility test you guys are getting in your number system and its application. A number divisible by 2 if it is even number and ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Divisibility by 3. Okay. Sum of its digit divisible by 3. Sum of its digit divisible by 3. Then you can call that number is that divisible by 3. Okay. Next here. So for example is also there. Check your example also. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 means sum of the number you have to check here. 21. Again you can do also 2 plus 1. Here itself we can say 21 is divisible by 3. Still if you are not knowing means add up this one. Still getting divisible by 3 means then a given number is divisible by 3. Then divisibility by 5 concept. A number end with 5 or 0. Then only you can call this as a divisible by 5. Okay. Next here, divisible by 4 concept we already done in your foundation. The last 2 digits of a given number is divisible by 4, then all given number is divisible by 4. For example, 71628 I am giving you the example I provided. Check only the last 2 digit. 28 is divisible by 4. Then also 0, which means remainder is 0, which is divisible. Or else, if the question in the format of 0, 0, then also it is divisible by 4. Check here. If the last 2 digit of a numbers are 0, then also it is divisible by. Okay. So that is why very important. I provided you a table format also in your foundation. Those who are completed number system, they can able to know. I gave you everything related to this one. I am teaching you these things because everything present in the 6th standard. This you need to learn. This you need to at least know. This and all not new. It is there in your school books. 6th standard itself. So divisible by 6 means a number has to be divisible by 2 as well as 3. So for example, 12. So 12 is divisible by 2 as well as 6. So therefore that is why this 12 is divisible by 6. Yes. During that 7 also I mentioned, during my class also I mentioned that 7 is and all tricky. Exist but tricky. Dividing 7 directly will be the easier. This only I suggested for your 2021 question. In order to find out the value of P, they will give you some digits here. They will ask you to find out this unknown. Apply the school method. Whatever you are doing that a long division method in your school, apply that method. That only a easier method. That is what here also they are mentioning. Dividing directly by 7 will be easier. Okay. The divisible by 8 rule plays a vital role here. Last 3 digit. Focus on the last 3 digit. If the last 3 digit is divisible by 8, a full given number is divisible by 8. Even it is a 0, last 3 digit completely fine. Then also it is divisible by 8. Check your example. 2992. So 992 is divisible by 8. So therefore it is divisible by 8. 3000 divisible by 8 because the last 3 digit is 0. Next here. Divisibility by 9 applies the same concept like as divisibility by 3. Sum of the digits is divisible by 9. Then a given number 9567 is divisible by 9. This is the logic behind this one. 9 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 becomes 27. This 27 is divisible by 9, which means that 956 is also divisible by 9. So this is the very important note you need to take here. Next year. Next year. Divisible by 11. Very beautiful book. Okay, that is why I am teaching you this. Even it is there in your NCERT also. This Tamil Nadu book also very beautiful book. 6th standard year. Difference between the sum of the alternative digit of the number is 0 or divisible by 11. See here, sum of the alternative numbers. So that concept also very good concept. Alternative numbers. In my class I mentioned odd places minus even places. That is also very good. Anything you can take. 2, 6, 9 minus 5, 7, 5. So becomes a 0. Okay. Divisibility by 11. This prime factorization concept very must. You just have an idea about this division method. This is simple method. Okay. Whatever be the number, divide that with a prime factorization. So tree like a structure also okay, but not required for your examination. Okay. next here. So next, see guys, HCF and LCM I will teach you separately, but this book must you need to read. Guys, go through this HCF and LCM and take the situations. I'm mentioning this kind of situations. You may get direct question from this book for your TNPC group 4 etc. Then RRB also, SSC also. There is a 100% possible to get this kind of models from this book. Model, not exact question. Models. Because see here, consider the rod of length 8 feet and 12 feet. We have to cut the rod into a pieces of equal length. How many pieces we get? Equal length. What will be the length of the longest? This question and all we are done in the foundation class itself. So HCF we are done. LCM also we are done. I will teach you LCM and HCF separately, but not in this book. Just you have to go through this book. That is why I am giving. Take this example as it is. You need to take this example and try. Then next thing here is that relation also you can do. This mensuration part alone. Let me complete and then we will wind up. Next in next 2 to 3 minutes we will wind up. So recap. This is important. Kilometer, meter, liter, gram. So these are the conversions you need to mark. Therefore, check this and all. Guys, mark this one, this table. Remember the table and mark. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000. So this kind of thing. 1 kiloliter is equal to, sorry. This kind of things also you can do. 1 liter is equal to 1000 ml. This kind of things please mark here. Weight also you need to mark. Guys, here itself you can practice the conversion part. Must book. This conversion part must. You guys must do this conversion part. 1 kilometer, 1 centimeter. Very sure. If you are remembering these things, if you are following these things, if you are practicing this conversion, 1 gram is equal to 1000 mg. So this kind of things if you are practicing means you can able to solve your questions related to that 2021 2022. Some measurements also they are provided. Take this table also. Okay, 110 means 1000 kg. So these are the things measurement plays a vital role. Different units, these kind of questions you can take. Okay, so nothing else required from this book. So time and all not required. So we are completing the 6th standard book. So 2 books we are completed, 5th and 6th standard book we are completing today. So tomorrow there is a class. Guys, take this table also. Simple. Day, hour, minute, second. So what they are doing here, conversion part, multiplying and dividing these things, reverse one. So that diagram also I mentioned, this diagram also you can do. So nothing else required from this book. Conversion only you need to do. Okay, so tomorrow we will do that 7th standard book we will do, and 8th standard book. Time permits we will do 8th standard book. Actually I thought to complete 7th and 8th today, but almost 1 hour. I do not want to move further. 1 hour is more than sufficient to learn these things. So immediately we'll give you the PDFs related to the 5th, 6th standard. You guys please complete these things. Okay, I'm completing today's class here. If you are having any queries related to these books, you can ask, or else we'll wind up the class. Thank you all. Have a good day.